What's up, guys? Welcome back. I hope this is making sense. I really do. Um, but I just want to be myself. And if you follow, what's up? Send me a comment so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I just feel like I'm talking to myself. But I'll keep going. I get the first sermon or whatever was about Luke 22. This one is about 1 Peter 2:22 to 25, and it pretty much is saying like how we should treat people, how we should be, especially after Christ it was once here and has left. We must take his teachings and move on. But from the last sermon, I was saying that Jesus didn't really teach his disciples to ascend. They taught him that he was the Christ, or he taught them that he was the Christ. He didn't teach them about his chakras. He didn't teach them about magic. He didn't teach them about God, how to talk to God, how to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Because it was always Jesus fasting. It was always Jesus plus them. It was always David Ruffin and the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? So because he didn't teach them to ascend, I feel like it kind of stunted his growth in a way, because it lowered his vibration and energy to a point where he always had temptations in his ear. If even in the ending times of Jesus, with how it went down, you can tell that they weren't light beings. Why didn't Jesus my question is, why didn't Jesus have his 12 disciples ascend? But in actuality, he said, not right now, in divine timing, because I think it was Peter, coincidentally, who said, nah, Jesus, I'm going to go. It was Simon Peter. Simon Peter's the same person, ain't it? So Simon said, I will go with you into prison and death. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Prison and death within the heart, because they have done wrong. He has done wrong. So he's saying that, Simon is saying, I'll go to bat with you at the end of the day, because I too was ignoring my intuition. You know what I'm saying? This was a group effort and we did it together. He was the only one that took accountability. I think Jesus was a Leo. That's why I don't celebrate Christmas, because the birth of Christ was not in the wintertime. That's obvious. And we still do it. We still put all of our money into these corporations to drain our pockets with no, like, becoming an adult. It was so crazy to sit there and say there's no Christmas bonuses. Like, how do you expect me to live paycheck to paycheck and still put food on my table and gifts under the tree? There's no extra money coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? That was like the worst part of figuring out adulthood. Like, it's not really here to help you. Like, it's literally hell. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to drain your energy and take from you and take from you and take from you to a point where you have none left. You have to figure out what you have, and that's why it's kind of like I didn't tell anybody yet, but I kind of quit my job. And I feel like I did this because I want people to support me, you know what I'm saying, and to understand me. And I'm not about to just be telling people my business. So if you support me and you understand me, just please know that I quit my job and I don't know what's going to happen next or anything like that. But I'm following what Christ did, and also going further and teaching you guys what I did to ascend and receive these messages and this intuition and raise my vibration to ascend in time travel. I will teach you guys that. That is my purpose in life. Hello. So, I don't know what I was talking about. But yes, work. I think that it was really insanely crazy that was something, but it also opened up my mind to realize that big corporations, and the whole point of being in America is to drain your energy, is to cap that energy to where you won't be able to grow anymore. You know what I'm saying? As above is below. The tree and then the roots. It's going to grow. The tree's going to grow as far as the roots will grow below. But as you can tell, I didn't draw any leaves. Why didn't I draw leaves? I didn't draw leaves because the seasons change, and as the seasons change, like Christmas and things like that, it's going to dry you out. It's going to stress you out. As a kid, you didn't even realize. You know what I'm saying? But as a parent, as a rich auntie, it's like back to back to back. You know, it's like, golly. And then you have Christmas break. You don't get another break until, what is that? The end of May? The beginning of September? Labor Day? Memorial Day? That's the next holiday off, like the next federal holiday. Like, this is supposed to drain you. You know what I'm saying? There's 12 tribes of Judah, and pretty much all 12 of them were in prison, in spiritual jail, spiritual death. They had to keep dying generations and generations over from when Christ left the earth. Jesus said, nah, this is not your time. But next time I got you. Next time I'm going to lay the table out in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to come back, but it's not going to be this body. It's not going to be this time. You know? I'm not going to be who you think I'm going to be. Who knows? The story's still being written. You know, that's what I'm getting. He's just like, well, because y'all sinned, because y'all fell into temptations, y'all have rule over the earth. Isn't that what God gave the devil? Rule over the earth. And then look at Christ giving the 12 disciples rule over the earth. So it went from a third of the angels to 12 down to what? I wonder if we can figure out that number, that calculation. So a third of the angels down to 12 disciples, or tribes of Judah. Jew. And the third of the angels are what we call demons. So demons to 12 disciples of Judah to what? I wonder how many people is going to be next time. I say like 3 or 4. And the fourth one truly just depends. I think we'll all fulfill the prophecy though. So I think the fourth one, 3 or 4, only because the fourth one we're still waiting on. But it's 4. Were there not 4 titans? Remember the titans. There were 4 titans locked away in a jungle, not a jungle, in like a dungeon with an X over it. And in 2024, which is also the number of 8, it breaks down into the number of 8. It was released. Those titans were released under the Cancer new moon. So all of these devil energies, the third of the angels went down to 12, is now 4 surviving. And they're supposed to come and fix up this generation, and then we'll have another generation, and there'll only be one spirit, one soul, one consciousness, and that's Source. How exciting. So, as above is below, right? So, if we were to get rid of corporate America, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I quit my job. Then I believe that I'll have more time for my leaves. Then I'm going to start growing. And what does that mean? As below, I'll start understanding a little bit more, and then my roots will start to grow, you know, and then like I'll heal generations and generations. You know, I can help those 12 tribes of Judah ascend and time travel and heal their past, you know what I'm saying, to send good energy to themselves as they're making bad decisions. Because at the end of the day, like I said, the devil came into a body to learn forgiveness, to be that person to say, okay, like, no, we really do need love. But I feel like even now today, like, to be honest, at first I did choose money over love, because love was something outside of myself. Like, I really had to break that idea to say, no, without love, without God, without source, you know what I'm saying, then I will not be able to enjoy money. I will not be able to have money for what I need. You know, I don't need money. I don't need money. I would rather have the love, the energy of the love, because that is more abundant than financial exchanges. Money is the root of all evil. Money is not the leaves, you know what I'm saying? Money is the love and the connections and the energy that you use. Money is energy. It can come to you just as you can lose it, you know? But as you repair the generations and you talk to your ancestors, you know, because now I'm dipping into African spirituality. But when you talk to your ancestors and you understand that it's all a give and take, you know, that there's spirit, yes, but there's also spirits, and their energy is still one, you know, it's still connected to us at some point, and we're all connected to source. We all make up source because it is what it is. So if our ancestors are just us at a different plane or a different understanding or a different dimension, then they can still be used. You know, it's just a balance. There's good in this world and there's bad in this world, but it's still needed to make up source. And that energy is uncontained. That source is more of pure light in a way. I'm getting something to bring out my tarot cards. Hold on. Just reading a tarot, mate. I don't know who I want to be today. Oh. Okay. All right. My notes say to pull out the tarot cards for the rest of the message. Read the tarot cards will explain energy and what they mean by uncontained. For the Christians, do you know that tarot cards were made by the Christian community? 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles mean earthly possessions, money. 10 meaning fulfillment, money fulfillment. Ooh. And if you remember the first sermon that I did, I said that do you feel like you've been promised money by the Most High and you're just waiting on it and it still hasn't come yet? I gotta take a nap, y'all. The sun going down. Alrighty. Energy. Spirit, what do you mean by explains energy and uncontainment? Jesus ascended without them, but promised to come back in a different way through consciousness. Consciousness is energy. Consciousness is the light energy, to know that it is something... consciousness is the light energy that cannot be contained. It comes and goes through our experiences in life. You know, like, we have a choice in everything that we do, and through those choices is light or dark. You know what I'm saying? We all have free will to do and choose what we want to choose, but because we're in this lifetime thinking we know everything, moving on our own understanding, that we're not really understanding why the money isn't coming in, because we are telling ourselves that it's here, but we don't know how to tell time. We're telling ourselves that, hey, the money is here, but in actuality, we're just we're just stalling our blessings because we don't, what am I thinking? We're stalling our blessings because we don't know how to comprehend the messages all the way. If that makes sense. Like, there's not one religion that's going to give you the key of life. You have to understand all religions and understand that God is the all-knowing. He is all 12 tribes. He is all 12 disciples and Jesus. That's why I say 13 plus the women too. He's all in the same. There's truth behind every religion, and how it's very like airheaded for Christians to believe that they are it, when like actuality they're just the loudest in the room and they're just wrong, like an elephant in a way. Boom. Hinduism. Elephant. There was an elephant god. Ganesh, the elephant-headed god of wisdom and success, is the defender and remover of obstacles, and has been appropriated first before worship to other gods. He is one of the sons of Shiva, is known as Dihidatta, or bestower of success in the work. His elephant head has only one full tusk, while the other is broken. He's said to have lost it in a fight with Parashuram. It is also said that he broke it to write the Mahabharata to the dictation of sage. Okay, what? Okay, that must be a name. Of sage Vyasa. Okay. His elephant head is believed to be an emblem of wisdom, and his mount an emblem of sagesy. His mount is the Mushika, called Shrew. He's also known as Vinayaka. Vindicting. Vin, exchange, like a vendor. Okay, and I'm just saying that in the tarot cards, you feel like you keep hearing the gods say, like, success is coming from you, like success is this is that, this is success, you know, monetary value, because I feel like at some point Jesus loved the attention. Jesus loved the fact that he had people following him. There's 3 of Cups. He had people breaking bread with him, you know what I'm saying? He had relationships with people that worshiped him, and he liked the way it felt. So it's like, would you rather be the light in the darkness or the darkness in the light? Would you rather lead the people astray and gatekeep them to think that you are the only God, or would you want to teach them how to be you? Thank you, Spirit. That definitely explained energy. Let's talk about uncontained. Uncontained, because we never know. Like, I believe we can follow the stars to understand when God is truly gonna come. I mean, we won't really know, but we'll have a warning of when to prepare. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll start to see signs, like death is a sign, prophecies are a sign, disasters are a sign, you know, global warming is a bigger sign, divine union is a sign, just the collective raising their vibration and learning love, you know. And I feel like the biggest heartbreak is, number one, ourselves, number two, like our family dynamic, number three, our relationships, you know. But as we love God the most, we love ourselves the most, and then we'll start to shed that trauma. So I definitely feel like we're getting over that hump, but first we need to cut off the people that are no longer for us. You know, the people, those leeches, those roaches that are in the dark, those 12 disciples. There's no point of keeping all 12 people around when only 3 or 4 of them are really for you, when only 3 or 4 of them are going to have your back at the end of the day. Why keep all 12 people? That's extreme. And that makes sense with the emperor energy, the divine masculine, because they excluded women out of here. They excluded the feminine energy out of the New Testament, and that's why I will not support it. As a woman, you're crazy. You're tripping if you think Jesus did this all by himself. You're tripping. There were more people there than those 12 disciples. There were women. Jesus had a woman. Jesus had a wife. But because they didn't respect women, they didn't respect her loyalty to the divine. They didn't respect the fact that she didn't lay down and do what they said because the other women were doing it. So they took her out completely. Wow. We don't know what Jesus was doing in his free time, in his personal life. Just like y'all not going to know what I'm doing in my personal life at some point either. So who really knows, you know, what I'm talking about or how strong my intuition is. But at the end of the day, I mean, you made it this far, right? You believe me in some kind of way. Yeah. We all got to get back to our root chakras. Remember who we are. And we are the fallen angels. We're on earth to learn a lesson, to bring balance and restore balance back to the earth, because we believed as black people, you know what I'm saying? Let's just start with the black people. We believed in the Christian God and thinking that God was outside of ourselves, and really it's only us. We are searching for ourselves outside, and that's why we have yet to find God. God has been gone for 10,000 years, and I bet you that this is the year that we start raising the vibration and learning God for who it is in real form and not who we've learned it to be. We're here to restore balance, first within the black male community, the divine masculines. They need to wake up. They need to treat themselves a little better. That way the women on the earth, or the women energy, the feminine energy of earth, can grow again. Thank you. As above is below. I asked why I didn't draw any leaves, because it's dried up. The roots can only get but so deep. You know what I'm saying? There's not much more earth being created, because the women of earth have been hurt so much that earth is just going to die. I said that, global warming. If we sit here and neglect earth and neglect the fact that this earth was given to us as humans, that God gave us the earth in that Garden of Eden to take care of, and look, we're on our last leaf. Isn't that like Ants, an Ants movie? You know, they running out of food, and the grasshopper's like, where my stuff at? Where my stuff at? Just like, yo, I don't got it. I don't got it. I don't got it. Why would you say, you know, those that chose money over love, there's going to be a point where you don't got it. And you're going to sit there and cry for God. You're going to sit there and wish God was there sooner. You're going to sit there and wish every wrong path that you took is blessed. You know what I'm saying? So when it gets to that point when that well is dry and that last leaf falls and that grasshopper comes, look, the light's turning out. Then what? You're going to be in darkness. And then you're going to have no choice but to turn to God and turn into the light. Veronica said confirmation. But all right, y'all. The sun's going down, so I gotta prepare for nighttime.